Coronavirus cases continue to soar here and across the country. And because of that, Governor Newsom and the governors from Oregon and Washington have just issued travel advisories. These advisories urge against non-essential out-of-state travel and ask people to self-quarantine for 14 days after arriving from another state or country. Now, residents are also encouraged to stay local. Yesterday, the U.S. added more than 150,000 daily cases for the first time. And according to the COVID tracking project, 1 in every 378 Americans tested positive for the virus in the past week alone. And with flu season starting, we could see a big spike in testing. CBS 2's Tina Patel is live in Long Beach, where people can get tested for both COVID-19 and the flu. Tina, good morning to you.
Well, DeMarco, people who are feeling sick might not know if they have COVID or if they just have the flu. And that's why they can now, if they live in the city of Long Beach, come to one of these testing sites and find out for sure. Take a look at this video. The city is starting a dual testing program. The single swab that's already being used to test people from COVID can now also be used to test for different strains of influenza. That will help people figure out the right course of treatment and how to keep those around them safe and healthy. Long Beach is the first city in Southern California to offer this kind of free testing. The mayor hopes more cities will follow. He says everyone needs to do what's necessary to stop the spread of COVID because he knows how devastating this virus can be.
This is going to be the first Thanksgiving where I'm not going to be at the dinner table with my mom and my stepdad, who both passed away from COVID-19. And I want people to understand that if they want to celebrate holidays with their families in the future, then they got to, this holiday season, they got to just stick to their family unit and not gather, or they can literally lose members of their own family.
Now, another important tool in slowing the spread of COVID is contact tracing, and technology can help with that. Starting Monday, students and staff at UCLA and UC Riverside will be encouraged to opt into an app on their smartphone that will use Bluetooth to monitor who they come in contact with. It will be anonymous, but if someone they were exposed to contracts COVID, they'll get a notification to know that they should get tested. Or if they're the ones that become infected, their phone will alert the people they've been around and let them know that they might have been exposed. Now, back here in Long Beach, this combo flu and COVID testing is only available at city sites, and you must have an appointment to get one, but they are hoping that soon these kinds of dual tests will be available to more people. DeMarco, we'll send it back to you.
All right, let's hope so. Tina, thank you for that report. Well, experts say this wave may be more severe and more deadly than when the pandemic began. Many states and cities are now putting into place new restrictions and in some cases warning about the potential for another lockdown. Experts say this new wave of cases is largely due to get-togethers.
Right now, as we are in the cool season of the fall and soon to enter the cold season of the winter, that makes it very problematic because people out of necessity will be congregating indoors more than outdoors.
Now in Utah, all of the state's staffed ICU beds are now full, and Chicago's Mayor Lori Lightfoot is telling residents to stay home for a month starting on Monday. And President Trump is planning to give an update this afternoon on Operation Warp Speed. It's planned to develop, manufacture, and distribute a COVID vaccine. And of course, we'll bring it to you live as soon as it becomes available. And be sure, folks, to stay with CBS 2 News for the latest on the coronavirus. And we are always streaming on CBSN Los Angeles and online at cbsla.com.